What's going on, everyone? We are still feeling like ass, but I'm going to try to bring you guys a little stream here. Yeah, not a whole lot of improvement physically from the last couple of days, but we have had a lot going on. We do have a final table right now. This is the 4440 stack. First place here is $5,586. Currently have the chip lead. We're relatively close with this guy, and we've got pretty deep stacks everywhere at the moment, so a ways to go here, but yeah, good little shot here. We've already had two other final tables today. So at the moment, we have, where am I, 162 in bounties, and we're guaranteed another 164. Here I think we're just going to call. I think this hand is good enough to get the money in. It's going to be one of our strongest flats here, too. Yeah, we're going to fire a few things, a few other things that haven't started. We're still going to get the Phenomenon. All the guarantees are huge today, mainly because I would imagine the 500 main on GG and then the 200 Sunday Mail anniversary. I'm going to be playing for stacks here too. I just got to start with a check call here. I think maybe we can do some raising. Oh, this is so unlucky that this guy wakes up here. It's spade. That is such a bad beat here. That guy just wakes up. Oh man. Stream run good, guys. Stream run good. So I think we're likely just gonna have to call down here. I mean, we block all the really strong hands: ace, kings, ace, queens, the jack tens. Our hand is very disguised here as well. I can't imagine this hand ever gets fold. If we get like a run out like this, blocking ace four hearts is nice. Blocking ace eight of spades is nice. Although he is likely going to be opening the offsuit varieties of those hands on the button here. But I just don't think our hand can ever fold. We're going to have all like king jacks, king tens, queen jacks, queen tens, queen x of diamonds. We're going to have some jack x and 10x of diamonds at brick here. It's also a board I expect people to be relatively aggressive on in general. This actually kind of seems like really value-y, but again, we can just never fold here. If he's got a better hand, he's just going to win the money. Yeah, pretty unfortunate there. I'd say that's pretty much a cooler. No way our hand can ever fold in that spot. Like, zero chance. 200 bounty with king queen suited, 14 bigs. Just gonna rip it in here. All right, fake flips, win chips. Come on, king, queen. This feels like a 200 bounty kind of day. This has to be a jack. Let's go. Okay, pocket aces, let's go. Put up Silver Fox. And we got this guy covered, $219 bounty, let's go. Uh-oh, not pocket nines. Pocket nines has still done us dirty today. Oh, no. Come on, hold. Green. Let's go. Let's go. So far, we definitely want this guy to put the money in. 138 bucks. Let's go. Ooh. Actually, don't mind his jam because I'm going to be opening pretty wide here. His ace is going to be good quite a bit. It's a good turn. 77 turbo. Let's go. All right, bounty time. Here, I think this hand's going to get a little 3-bet. I'm just going to call this time. And this is close whether or not we get lead on this board. I think most of our leads start on 8 high boards. I think Villain technically still has 10-8 suited in their range here. Check call, check raise, both going to be okay here. Going to call this time. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually get lead here. Like, I think we have more lead on like the 8-6-5 than we do on the 9-7-6. Again, I could be wrong about that. And I think with this hand, We don't have great blockers here, but I think we still want to bluff. If we had like a spade, I think we'd put in a bigger bet size. Without it, I'm just going to block here. Oh, that hurt. Again, we can do this with hands like Queen 8, Queen 10, Queen 7, Queen 6 suiteds. Even like some 9x of spades, 7x of spades. What's going on, everyone? I just want to take a quick second to shout out GTO Wizard. GTO Wizard and myself have recently become affiliated, and to say thank you to them as well as to you guys for showing us some support. I'm going to try to do a lot more of these no-delay live study streams over my Twitch channel. So if you guys are interested in asking me questions and see how to utilize a great product like GTO Wizard in real time, make sure you guys are following me on Twitch. Also, big shout out to GTO Wizard for offering my viewers a 10% discount over their first purchase of GTO Wizard. So if you guys are interested in utilizing that, make sure you guys use my affiliate link, again, for a 10% discount over your very first purchase of GTO Wizard. And now that you've done that, let's jump back into the action. Check here. This is interesting. 5.5 bigs, and somehow it folded all the way around. With an ace, I just think we're kind of forced to play for stacks here. $113 bounty. Be jamming with like 10-9 suited. I'd rather have a 10-9 suited in this spot than ace-3 offsuit, honestly. But yeah, I still think we got to put the money in here. We've got a big bounty ourselves, so I wouldn't be surprised if this guy ends up calling with like king-jack offs and like jack-10 suiteds. 3. So I'd rather have 10-9. Ooh, 4. Come on, who invented the wheel? Who invented the wheel? Not me, apparently. Yep. Oh, this is a really interesting spot with 17 here. I can't imagine folding being a thing here. Jamming seems a little too aggro. Again, with shorties around here, I don't know. I hate every answer here. I think I like this more than calling. Yeah, 3-bet small. And we're going to play for a bounty here in the 55. We'll come back to the 40 stack in a sec. Stream run good. Let's start with a small bet here. A lot of my bluffs are going to be like suited aces. So even my bluff's going to hit this board a lot. I call. Interesting spot here. This guy's barreling into 2 opponents. I think small blind called here too. I don't think we can get fold here. Jack of hearts. This is a very interesting card. It's going to hit us quite a bit. I'm going to do some leading here. Not always. This time I am going to lead. And real quick up here versus check. I think we need to start betting. I think we necessarily want to jam. I think we still want to have some bluffs here. And I just think we want a pure jam here. Bluffs are going to be like a lot of 8-9s, 10-9 of spades. We like tank. Tank is good. There it is. Nobody bluffs. Nobody bluffs. But the good news is nobody folds either. Big all in here. We want ace king to hold. Nice. We got another short stack here. This is a huge pot, so this is kind of huge for this guy to bust. I forgot, I actually did. I was going to leave it for Nightbot here, so we can get the payouts here for you guys. All in here. Wow, this guy called here with ace-7? Like, almost 9 bigs here. I don't think you just get to call every ace here. Ace-7 suited can probably call. But again, this guy's going to be jamming relatively tight here too, with this guy being so short. Not like insanely tight. I'm not thinking just like pocket 10s tight, but Ace-7's really close. It's really close, I'll say that. I don't think it's like a punt, but... Wow, huge pot here. But yeah, with that, like, I'd rather get it in with 9-8 than, like, Jack-9, Queen-9. Because at least if you get it in with 9-8 and, you know, he has some sort of hand that has you beat, you likely have straight equity. This is, like, a fucking wild 4-bet jam. What the hell? And again, I mean, is this, like, not the exact spot we were just talking about? I think this guy is, yeah. I can't imagine this hand just check calling. I'm going to do this. I think this was EP open and big bet on the flop here. Also, not sure. Like, this is a board where you do get big bet. I'm just not sure if he gets, like, a almost pot with the 20 big blind stack. Could be wrong about that. But, yeah, again, I mean, you're going to see hands like this a lot. But at least we do have a lot of equity here. We have 2 pair outs. We have trip outs. We have straight outs. Plus, we have villain covered here, too. Let's go. So this guy just, like, open and then 4-bet jam, queen jack off into this guy's stack. That's fucking wild if he did. Alright, let's go, guys. Is this guy going to win the tournament? Came back. Come on. It's king of spades. Let's be greedy here. Alright, well, he's not dead, but we can't lose. That's good news. Let's go. I just figured after the comeback he made, we might be fucked. But yeah, in general, getting back to the multi-way thing, would you see, like, you have to be tighter in multi-way pots in general. Now, this is kind of a weird spot. I think what I'm going to do... We can just go for a steal here. I think jamming might actually be better here, honestly. Or, like, making it 9 bigs and calling off if he jams. Yeah, jamming this hand might actually be more appropriate. This hand might be, like, a little too good to be raise folding and strong enough to be able to just jam for 14 here. If we were on the button, we would definitely jam. Here, I think we want to mix. I think probably clubs want to check back the most. Because we have some decent backdoor equity here. Ace-high can also be good. So I'd rather bet, like, I guess, ace-5 of diamonds, ace-5 of hearts. It hurts a little bit less when we have to bet fold those hands. And then versus size, I don't think we get the fold wheel draw here. We're still ahead of unpaired spades for the most part. We also unblock, you know, jack 10s, 10-8s, 8-6s. Now, on this river, I don't expect a ton of, like, small bet. I think it's going to be, like, check or jam. I don't even think we get the value bet here. I don't know what hands... Oh, do we ever get caught by worse here? I think a 9 has to call sometimes, and like 7-8 has to call. We're also going to bluff this card a decent amount. Like, we're still going to have jack 10s, queen jacks, king queens, king jacks, all those hands with just one spade. I think we need to bluff all those hands too. And I do think he needs to call here with the 9 a decent amount. Yeah, it sucks. I don't expect this to be a bluff almost ever. This guy doesn't have a ton in cashes here. Especially when he just, like, snap puts it in here. When, I mean, I can do this with flushes here too, so this could be too thin for sure. But I do think he needs a hero with, like, with 9x here and, like, 8-7 with a spade. The mistake could have been pre-flop here too, as well. Jamie might have been the best play, and also checking back might have been best in that spot, but I do feel that an ace is probably good enough to value bet there, because we likely have to bluff a lot of our unpaired combos with one spade. So if we're bluffing all those hands, I think we need to likely value bet. So, for example, I like value betting ace-5 a little bit more, and maybe if we want to check back, I'd check back, you know, ace-3, because he's still going to bet turn here a little bit with ace-3 himself, and probably have to check call there sometimes too. But yeah, it's just a super under bluff spot. I don't mind going for some thin value there, because if we get check jammed on, and it's, you know, 99 times out of 100, they're just going to have the hand. And then other times, you know, we're just going to get value from some 9x, some 7x. Well, I just want a big one in the supersonic. Okay, here we go, guys. Comeback starts here. Wow, how are we flipping? Hold it. Texas. Hold them. Let's go. Yeah, I think we played that ace-5 hand poorly in more ways than one. Still going to call here. We're by far the shortest stack. This can be like Jack-10 suited, ace-5 suited. We're never folding. Now, if we're in this guy's shoes, we would definitely be folding. We'd have to call really tight, but being the shortest stack here, we have a very easy call. You should be leveraging this stack quite a bit here, jamming much worse hands than this as well. It's a pretty good flop. No more green. No more green. Why'd I bring it into existence? Let's go. I can't peel it slowly anymore. It's too painful when it gets there. Let's go. Come back. But he's also going to have plenty of like 9x, 7x. I'm also perceived to bluff that card quite a bit. So specifically on a card that we're perceived to bluff a lot, I also like going for some thin value. But again, with the ICM at play here, just value betting a little more on the tighter side would probably be the best strategy here. Again, when ICM is more of a thing, we want to be value betting a little less on the thin side because your chips are so much more valuable, and when you're wrong, it's a bigger mistake in general. But again, you know, that's part of it, and I also think the other part is if I don't really think my opponents are capable of finding bluffs in that spot, and they're only going to call with worse hands, then I don't mind going for some thin value. Again, not to call out that specific opponent, but it's really going to take a sicko to find the bluff in that spot. I don't know how much trapping we're supposed to do here, but ace is supposed to be like raising a lot. Queens off 13, just going to open. We still want to have raise folds here. So we're definitely going to open with hand like queens. Ooh, cooler here. Shoutout. Shoutout, that's a beautiful turn. Like a band-aid. Right off. Let's go. Big cooler for him there. 12,300 at first in the Phenomeno too. Sick. Check this back. And just gonna jam here for, I think for 20 bigs we get to jam hands like this. We're not gonna have a ton of jams, but hands like these are gonna fall into that category. Calling with a spade. So I think we only have one more street. We can either go for it now, or we can go for it on the river. Gonna bet here on the turn. Likely check back river. Turn the board's not great. Ooh, got him. Got him by one. We're actually chip lead by a 10th of a big blind now. Check call. Overbet, really? Do you get overbet here? So we don't get fold here. I can't imagine we do. I mean, we're still gonna have 8-6s. We're gonna have 7-5s. We're gonna have 6-4 suiteds. I'd actually rather fold a hand like this than, or rather fold a hand like A7 than a hand like this. And on this river, I think we get some lead. I don't expect him to overbet with too much 7x. So a lot of it's going to be like 9x here. I'm going to do this. be so sick if we got jammed on. Interesting spot here versus a little more than half pot here. I think we're just going to start with a check call. No real like backdoors here. It's also a pretty good board for my opponent. Turn, we're never folding. I expect some big bet here if he wants to continue. I believe this hand is pure calls. Ooh, they got it all in here. I think this guy jammed like 12 or 13. We might be heads up here in a second. That we are. Let's go. Disguised 4. Ugh. The worst river. Still gonna have Queen X clubs here. I'm gonna have an ace a lot as well. I think this hand just wants to fold. Can't imagine this hand doing any calling on blocking clubs. Showed the king of clubs. And said few, which means he had it. Nobody's ever just shown one card, and the only person that shows one card and is actually bluffing is Ben CB. He's the only guy I see do it on stream. Everybody else, they just have it. But GG has been bitch slapping us like crazy this year. So we're not opening a lot of deuce X here, but I think we're actually opening more deuce X and big blinds defending. You just get to do a lot of betting here. And with the heart, I think I'm just going to pure double barrel here. Now that we have our gut shot. He's also going to float like queen highs, king highs. We're still opening 3-5 suited. A lot of suited deuce X. We can double barrel a 6 here, obviously all over pairs. Now having a heart really sucks. But the low ones are actually like okay. I just feel like people get really sticky here. I'm gonna mix a bet and a give up here. Rolled an 8, so I'm just gonna give this one up. I think if we didn't have a heart, this would just be like a pure bluff. Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god, what is with the open-ended straight flush draws? Or open-ended straight with the flush draw? Again, I think we basically want to pure check raise hands like these. Very much be okay with getting the money in here. Here we go. Oh, you're so fucked. We're actually a favorite. Let's go. Let's go. Huge one here in the hot hyper as well. Hot hyper is pretty big for first day too, 3K. Alright, so it's not over quite yet. He's still got 3 bigs. Shamal. Hey man, are you living in Costa Rica? I sure am. And by the way, thank you for the follow, Adrian. Just need a hold here, and we finally got a W on GG. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, 5.6K. Let's go, guys. It's been a minute here on GG.